if it sounds like it's
I'll
too
just have
loud.
to wait for the lag, but we will hear it in a second.
Oh, the tipping thing actually does
still
work.
sounding like your game is too loud and are too quiet.
Tonight we're gonna hit on the floor.
Alright, what about now? Did the game sound...
Hold on, I'll turn you
Did it
down on
drop
Discord
down?
and I'll check.
Oh, you're saying that my mic is too... quiet on Discord? Because, I mean, it's almost in clipping distance. Like, if I go any more than that, it's just gonna go full-on distortion.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
if you...
If I what?
Yeah, it's bizarre because when I'm listening to just YouTube and I've got Discord all the way down, you're still very quiet on YouTube in comparison to like me or the game.
Okay, well...
How did I not fucking damage you the whole fucking time?
I don't know, Muffin.
Get him, bro.
I don't know.
You pussy. You fucking goddamn pussy.
But I think I'm gonna drop Discord's volume way down. You're cranky. How about now, Mandy? Because there's that one. Oh, wait. Did I do it off this? No, there's that. There's...
Hey, 1 second. He's getting shot at. The fucking guy with him.
I don't know, man, but you're confusing me.
Yeah, I think it's sounding a bit better.
Okay.
Sorry, it's hard to kind of respond when I'm waiting for the lag and everything, but yeah, I think it's sounding a bit better.
Alright, I dropped the game down to about half of what it was, and I dropped Discord a little lower than that, so give me a range on the voice volume for like Discord versus the game.
Okay.
Stupid British fuck.
Because once everything's all nice and good and clean, I'm gonna take a snapshot and make a backup of it all.
Your voice is good. Mine has probably dropped a fraction low. Game could probably come up a fraction.
You fucking kidding me?
Okay, what about Muffin being loud like that? Does that sound okay in YouTube?
Oh, sorry, you guys are live streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad. Let me just narrow it down a much, make it child friendly, family friendly.
He's not too loud. He's at an okay level.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at an okay level. It's not overpowering or anything.
Okay. So I'll leave you guys at 35 and keep this at 30, the game at 30 then. My mic is like fully like, I'm serious, if I put even like 1 more dB of anything in any direction, it's just gonna be like clip, clip, clip. Like just nothing but like. Because I tested the crap out of that earlier with my mic.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh, you're responding to me on YouTube, huh?
Yeah.
I was like,
Because I had to turn Discord down so I wasn't getting confused between the Discord conversation and what I was hearing on YouTube, but because of the lag on YouTube, it was throwing me out.
well, it's not lag, it's a delay. There's a
Well, with the lag,
a
yeah, that's what I
lag.
mean.
A lag is something that you can't control.
Yeah,
That's
no,
connection
delay,
stuff.
yeah.
But a delay is something that's deliberately different. You know.
Yeah, no, I had to turn you guys down on Discord so I could hear.
Cool. So that means I can just go live and just talk to you while you type to me. Right? No?
Yes, I can turn your volume down on Discord and just use. Or do you want me to use? Oh no, I can just use YouTube, and then it'll be like it's just anybody in chat using it, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. So I'll mute you on Discord.
Well, will you
and
you see the little link I put in the description of the video?
Yep.
If you click on that, does it take you to a little page where you can fill out and all that?
So I can select a currency.
Yeah. Well,
type a
you know.
name, a message. and
Right.
donate. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So it is all linked up, set up. So that's it.
Yep.
It actually does function. Because I did test that out and it worked. It
Yeah,
worked in my
it's
back
straight
end
to
and.
the One Up Coin donate YouTube and.
Mhm.
Yep.
Missing lasers. That's not good. Let's switch your butt out completely then. It's time to mess some guys up. Well, no, the way I finally set it all up too is that like now I can keep the volume in my own personal headset to as loud as I want.
Our contract is to
But the
garrison
stream and
facility
stuff
at
can
Nav Alpha
hear it
against
at a
any
different
hostiles that move against us. It's only us out here,
at the level
so
that you
let's move
want it.
quickly to establish a defensive perimeter. Looks like we found a place, Commander.
Mercenaries, thanks for the assistance.
Cool, I can hear your
Keeping our
voice in the live
facility
stream now.
secure and intact against
Yeah,
the
do you like that,
onslaught of
Muffin?
hostile enemies is your
Yes, it's a
one
step
and
forward.
only priority. Don't screw it up.
How do you know my name?
And
Never
take
mind, it's right
defensive
there.
positions.
Forget it.
Everything will be hostiles.
Yeah, you might want to change that.
Fire! Check your goddamn fire!
Yeah, I will.
Hostile detected.
Okay.
Target down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Hostiles are escalating their assault on your position, Commander. Be careful.
I'm using mechs a little too strong. Whoa. Okay. Let's... Nope.
Enemy contact closing on the complex. Time to earn your pay, Commander. Tango smoked. A fuel storage tank was just ignited. Damn it! I'm going to cook that incoming mech pilot in their cockpit. Target sent to hell.
Come here, you. Got it.
New target fire started.
Tango destroyed. Additional bogies setting an intercept course on your
Okay.
position.
How's your day, Mandy?
This location wasn't built to withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
Hmm?
New target Centurion.
Got it.
Destroyed.
Alright, next one. Almost done. Got 3 left.
I didn't realize my cat wanted
He was tired of you yelling. Alright, got that one. Just gotta kill the 2 planes and I'm out of here.
Add one more to my kill count.
Alright.
Acquired.
I barely missed. No, the other one got it.
Destroyed.
Our employers will be pleased that we've held our ground and saved this facility. Good work, Commander.
Okay, it's your turn, Mandy. You can play the next one.
Yeah, I don't think so. That will not work out well, and we both know that. I will be dead in about 10 seconds of this game if I tried to
Oh, well, no wonder the muffin was so loud. I have him at 170%.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm gonna have to look out for him, I guess.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We have friendlies under assault from hostile forces. Link up with them and hold off the enemy advance as long as possible. Be sure not to overextend yourself, Commander. Eventually, you will need to fall back to the evac point.
Oops, come on, lock on.
Tango smoked.
New target Panther.
Target sent to hell.
Commander, you've got the Ops Force's attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
Okay, so now I gotta kill another 16. Something shot me.
Recon has spotted additional bogies, heading along a trajectory that intersects with your position.
Boom. Dead.
The computers on my that are on my team are screwing everything up faster than I can. I guess leveling them actually makes an actual difference. Like their weapon skills and stuff, they're more reactive.
Destroyed.
entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
So did you finally get to sleep well?
Is that a question for me or me?
Well, she was having. Well, I guess you've been kind of sleeping bad, huh?
Yeah, I do.
New target moving.
What? How are you still not dead? And the comms on
Enemy
this
mech
sucks.
forces spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
Does this game have multiplayer?
It does, but there's cost to it. Like if you lose a mech, like let's say you joined me, right? Any of the mechs that I currently have is what you'd use, and if they were destroyed, then they're just destroyed. Like it gets expensive. Or vice versa. Why do you have it? Well, you'd have to get it too.
New target lost.
Kill quarter has been reached, Commander. Rendezvous with us at the extraction point when you're ready.
Oh, now you can do an additional. Have you ever played a Mech Warrior before?
No, I
Just say, because if you've ever played any of the other ones, it's the exact same thing. Just this one's got better graphics and better optimized.
You must have really kicked over the beehive here, Commander. More hostiles inbound.
I'm trying to save up and see if I can get an assault mech. I want to get one of the ones that have a whole bunch of PPC cannons. Or see if I can do that. Either that or Gauss. The Gauss gun. I love that.
Add one more to my kill count.
Usually the airplane shows up when you get kind of close. I was hoping to get the extra guns. Oh well.
Pack it
Let's
up,
go do
Commander,
another one.
before more enemies arrive.
So you get to go hang out with Kenny tonight, huh? Nope. I made a decent amount after that. So you didn't want to watch a scary movie or nothing? For your Friday the 13th?
Is that me or Muffin?
Pretty much anybody, man. Nobody's really talking.
I didn't. No, I had Sophie, so no scary movies for us, unfortunately.
What?
We didn't really do anything for Friday the 13th.
Blasphemy.
You should be playing a scary game for Friday the 13th.
Like what?
I don't know. not DVD, that's for sure.
Because of the heavy weather, your visibility will be
Or you could just
compromised
go
on
in as
this
the
mission,
killer and
Commander.
terrorize everyone.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, I could. But Muffin would be disappointed in me.
Because you're playing and he's not.
Mm-hmm. No, he thinks Ultimate Chicken is a much more scarier game.
It's scary for me.
Right, Muffin? Okay.
Nothing.
He jumped off the cliff.
I think so.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure.
Tonight, I'm tired. Too much lounging around in the sunshine
Reactor
today.
online. Sensors
Nothing wrong with
online.
that.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We have been tasked with the destruction of an industrial center marked at nav point Alpha. Be sure to watch your fire around any pipes or tanks, as the contents have the potential of being explosive.
Oh yeah?
Enemy vehicle in the
I
area.
didn't have a kick.
Contact hostile mech forces. IFF reading scores bomb and mercenary transponder codes.
Kill confirmed.
Target identified. Bring it down. Leave nothing left for them to salvage.
New target Shadowhawk.
I didn't realize we were on
Start to slow down.
Incoming missile. Heat critical.
This guy's got a... Oh, I thought he had a gun for a face. I was like, jeez. But it's just up there by his shoulder.
Target burning man. Target acquired.
Can you imagine if this actually happened? We actually started building these gigantic mechs like this and had
This is how
planetary
wars
wars.
were fought. Not in tanks and armored vehicles, but in mechs.
Yeah, sure.
It would be crazy, but it would be a lot cooler.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility.
Target destroyed.
I think Muffin would be a mechanic.
Mech mechanic.
A mech mechanic.
Pretty good at that.
Got another one.
I'm not gonna lie, this game actually looks kind of fun.
Yeah.
I
It gets
think the
pretty
beats are
challenging.
Crazy, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I'd be able to
Target's
play
buildings.
with it, but it
Back
does
on,
look
Commander.
quite fun.
I don't want to hit my buddy.
Target destroyed.
I think a hard part about this is the friendly fire.
So the friendly fire can be used.
Yeah, you can hit your allies and blow up their mechs just as fast as you can blow up your
Okay.
enemies.
I didn't realize they didn't do
Yeah, so if I shoot and they walk in my line of fire, they'll take the shot, and it's like, oh no.
It has been done. Now I am like $3,000 of credit card debt.
Why?
So I just bought a
Didn't
PC.
you hear him say?
You bought a PC?
Yeah. Didn't you hear him say that's what he was doing?
No, I didn't.
Well, because well, one is all the years of buying gas. Garbage shit back then. Second biggest purchase I bought was a Trek bike. Used it to go mountain trails, which is pretty cool. I like it. Now the second thing, second space thing is this. Alright, so.
So when do you get it?
Yeah, when does it get here? Well, doesn't the tracking say more than that? Oh, I'm supposed to demolish the space. I'm over here just focusing on trying to protect it. I'm like, man, I'm doing terrible. It's only got 24% left. I could have been done with this a while ago.
All this time we were supposed to actually put it on.
Well, so that means that you're going to be able to play the new Diablo, right?
Yeah, I could. I can play Rust now.
Yeah. Without your computer overheating?
AMD Radeon 5. Some gaming ATX. You can buy the AMD Radeon RX 65 XT. 500 gigabyte I made sure I put a big hard drive, so I put a 4 terabyte 3.5
Oh shit, that is pretty big. Does it have good cache on it?
No.
But I gotta buy those monitor HDMI to DisplayPort adapters or ports.
The facility's gone cold. All power signatures gone. No one's going to be able to utilize this complex for quite a
I'll
bit.
retire this old piece.
Time to get out of here, Commander.
Tango smoked.
I just like blowing up the planes, watching them drop out of the sky.
Yeah. I noticed if you like shooting it like a helicopter.
I killed a lot of mechs this time.
Add one more to my kill count.
Champion view low. Champion view empty.
Great showing, Commander. Our employers will be pleased.
That part looked like it needed a good welding.
Absolutely. For sure.
Take it easy.
Catch you later.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Boom, 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 boom. I have all these mech choices and I can't actually get any of them.
Why is that?
I don't have enough shares. I didn't elect for salvage shares this time.
Yeah.
Is there more? Yeah, there's one more. Here, check this out. So this is a star map now that I've progressed to some. And so a lot of these little special areas,
Yeah.
they're like, that's where the industrial hubs are, and that's where you can buy your weapons and mechs and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It makes it cheaper when you repair your mechs in those areas.
Mhm. Oh, I remember you saying that the other night, that you were glad you'd gone back because it was cheaper to do it there or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you save quite a few millions doing it, but
okay.
it just depends on how far do you have to travel to get to one, and figure out if it's gonna just be better just to kind of save your money up and risk it a little bit more in
Yeah.
your missions or not. And
Yeah.
so far I've been playing it really safe, so it's been kind of expensive, but a lot of the reason I do it that way is just because, like, if you go bankrupt, you're just bankrupt. You're just SOL. You're done. Your career's done.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, where Muffin's like, hey, I want to come play. And I'm like, well, I'd love to have you come play, but if you bankrupt me, then I have to start the campaign all over again.
All over again, yeah. It's not just as easy as saying, I want to come play with you.
I kind of like javelins, so this rare one, I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe I'll take it, but I don't know. I would definitely do it if it was a hero one, because those are higher tier than these rare, but rare ones are more just like a little bit higher tier than the regular. And there's so many different diversity of different types of mechs.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's got up to 9 for energy weapons, 8 for fire. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's got 10 for ballistics. This one's got 10 for missile weapons and 10 for fire. Oh, and I didn't even notice that first. He's got the 10. I want this guy.
Meet you in the ready room. My history is my business. Keep it like that and we have a deal.
So, like, this guy's maxed out 8, 6, 6, 8, but he's not.
Yeah.
So, like, the captain skills, my skills go up to 10, and that's kind of why I was trying to look for other ones to get up that high. I mean, Maddox here, she was a good starter one, but the fact that she's capped out at like 2 and 3 and stuff, and she's got 2 levels left, and she's just done. And that's just with missile weapons, and then she's just capped out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I really want to keep paying her salary. But So this one's got 8 for 1. So having him though, that's gonna help out a lot. The thing that kind of sucks though is like, see, like he's got 8 of this avoiding fire.
Mhm.
So like when enemies shoot at you, their bullets miss your mech more often, you know.
Yeah.
So that's nice to have. This guy just doesn't have very much of that. So he's good for like offense. Like really good for offense. What kind of makes it for him in his thing is, as I keep him around longer, he'll have this reduces the amount damage taken by armor. So the more,
Okay.
so the mech themselves won't, when they actually do get hit, they won't end up taking as much damage, which will help me out on my repair costs.
Hmm.
Because these other guys, they don't help me out with my repair costs at all. Like, hardly
Yeah.
crap. So, that's why I was like, I'm looking at these pilots, I'm like, yeah, they're up higher, but... Alright, let's see here. What's a tag? Specialized laser that does no damage but improves missile locks and accuracy while painted on a target. Weird. I'm gonna try it. I end up losing a lot of those. Ooh, large laser.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a pass on that one. Let's see if I can find something that's a little more expensive. Whoa. Repair cost in this area is plus 300% and it's double repair time.
Ooh, bit much. Damn.
What? Wait. The This is an industrial hub? Weird. Kinda wanna travel there because I've never been there yet. It's the very middle of the whole thing. Whoa. Not sure what a narc is. Specialized missile launcher that fires projectile that affixes to its target improves missile lock and accuracy.
Sounds interesting.
I'm more interested in this other one, this Harvester 2K, because it's tier 4, which puts it at the top of its class. And I've yet to use any gun that's at the top yet.
Yeah.
But it's also on the low end of stuff, so I don't know. Whoa, whoa. They have class 1 jump jets.
Ooh.
Cool. There's a hero mech on this one. Hero Commando.
So is each dot a place you can go to?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So there's plenty of places you can explore and fight
Mm-hmm.
and do your challenges and whatever.
See this one, this Gauss rifle?
Yep. Yep.
It's really cool. Like it's got maxed out projectile speed, so whatever you point at, it just like instantly hits it.
Wow.
The damage is not too bad, but I haven't been able to find anything above this tier 1 yet of it.
Hmm.
I keep saving all my tier 4 stuff that I get, if anything, and haven't used any of it yet because, well, it's expensive, and it's hard to find them.
Okay.
Baby doll's like, "Hey there," and I'm like, "Hey, you know you can just say hi to me on YouTube, right?" And she's just like, "Well, I'm streaming." Like, and
Yeah,
what is
she
that?
needed someone to come mod. She's got a couple. She had someone in her chat telling her, yeah.
Telling her what?
Oh, thank you, Sophie. She's like, haha, loser. We win. Because
Oh,
they were the survivors. Sorry, just a little messages. I don't know if she won't
she won't now. What?
I don't know if she wants me to ban them, but I've just deleted the messages.
I would time them out. I gotta come up with another 40 grand here, and I don't want to get rid of anything. I guess I'll just do a couple of these. Oops. Star map. Alright. Let's see. What kind of reputation 11 needed for this area? I'm not quite that high. Getting closer. Reputation 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. Those guys never want to pay me anything worth of crap, though. Six. 7? Okay, now we're heading in the right direction. 7. Is that it? Wow. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 close here first. So yeah, I was thinking about making some authentic fried rice, like Chinese fried rice,
Nice.
like the same stuff
So-
that you get in restaurants and stuff.
Yeah. How did were you watching? Like, did you just find a recipe, or how did you learn? 'Cause you said
How did I
earlier you learned
learn-
how to make it? Well,
How
you
did-
said earlier that you just learnt to make the authentic stuff.
Well, I've worked in actual restaurants before, so I can just take a recipe and understand the difference. But there's different techniques. I learned Oriental cuisine before I learned Greek and Mediterranean and French. I know a little bit of French cuisine, but that like the most of the stuff that I know like with French cuisine is more on the like pastry side of stuff, like the stuff that
Yeah.
turns you into a true diabetic.
Yep.
You know how to get your breads to be more flaky and crispy and buttery, you know.
Buttery. Yep. Clog
Uh,
those arteries.
well, that's a misconception, though. That's a huge
No, I know.
misconception. Like, fats are okay. It's
Yep.
when you have way too much bleached sugar, then that
Mhm.
become, you know, you mix calcium, processed sugar, and fat together, and yeah, that's what you're gonna clog your arteries. And a lot of people don't realize just how much fake food, I will say, exists. I will say more than anything, fake food is what's killing people. I wouldn't necessarily
true.
say, because if you have genuine food that you eat, like think about like a chicken or just anything in general. If you have them eating some sort of fake lard, well, that's in the fat, and then when they die, like, you butcher them, that's still in their meat, and then you go and eat that
Yes.
meat. Guess what? Now it's in your body. You just transferred it from what you ate into you. And
Mhm.
if your body can't deal with it either, well, guess what? You're gonna have the same sickness and mortality that that animal had. but people are like, well, that's a better reason why you shouldn't be an animal eater. You should be. Well, I hate to tell you this, but plants have the same problem, and in some instances even worse, because an animal actually has like filtration system to them. You know, they have organs that actually filter out a lot of
Yeah,
stuff that's
like
not supposed
humans,
to
they've
be
got
there.
organs to get rid of things. Yeah.
Right. Well, plants rely on single cell organisms to do that in soil,
Yeah.
and you know, they'll kind of make anything into fuel that they're able to. So yeah, you know, when you put both those things in place, it's great. But things like, take Miracle Grow, for instance, okay? The soil can be fine, the nutrients can be fine that's in it, but that same company has modified plants to genetically create the same characteristics as pesticides. So when you eat those GMO foods, you're eating pesticides that are all throughout that food, all throughout that plant. And people are like, well, but it's not killing me. Well, let's take arsenic, for instance. Arsenic's a very deadly poison that's very undetectable in pretty much, you know, all ways, other than you're going to get really pale and anemic and sick, and then you're just going to fall to your death. Well, they use that as a pesticide as well, or at least they used to. You know, they used to do.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how many years is it going to take you if you take like a really tiny micro dose of arsenic like that? It'll still eventually make you sick. It's just going to take a lot longer, you know? So when you look at stuff and they're like, oh, well, GMOs are FDA approved, that doesn't make it safer.
No.
So you're, oh, well, they approved a low dose of arsenic, so
Must be okay.
must be all right. You know, my body must be able to handle tiny bits of arsenic. Or here's another one, fish. Because of how much pollutants are in water and stuff, fish come in contact all the time with mercury that's in the water, and that stays in with them, and then you eat that fish and they're like, well, it's got low trace
so sick.
elements of mercury, and your body can actually, but see, mercury is more on the natural end of stuff, so unless you're having a whole bunch of it at once, your body actually does take fat. It takes fat out of your body and forces that mercury and cleanses it back out, but it is so hard on your body. It takes so long, and it does it to very little amounts of it at a time. But it's still, you know, something that'll make your brain swell and kill you slowly. And that's my whole point, is that there's all these things, and yes, it was convenient to be able to plant a whole bunch of plants that can grow and you don't have to worry about pests consuming them, because, well, if they take a bite out of the plant, then they die. But I don't understand how people kind of missed that whole point of, well,
Yeah.
if it's killing the bugs, why wouldn't it kill you?
Yeah. And
You know-
you're going to eat a lot more than that bug ate.
Right. Well, the concentration of it's different because you're having more plant matter, but
Yeah.
still, nonetheless, it's still same.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I try to, like, it's not that, like, I don't fully know everything that can harm you, you know, as far as, like, but see, neither does anybody else.
That's exactly right.
But, you know, keeping it basic simple, you think if a pesticide's bad for you, and we know that, like, so take a mushroom, for instance. There are so many types of mushrooms that naturally produce poison, right?
Mhm.
Well, we can't eat that. That would kill us, right?
Yes.
But see, GMOs are mimicking that same kind of likeness behavior, and that's how they were accomplishing it. And I'm not saying anything bad about the companies or anything, but it seems to reason that just because a berry is a bright color, it doesn't mean you should eat it. You know? Oh,
There's
looks...
some trees with bright berries that are highly poisonous.
Well, right. Well, I mean, but you have all these. So, like a lot of these GMO foods, they'll have these bright colors because they've triggered that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, take a carrot for instance. We
I was
have
just gonna say, what about carrots?
carrots are a root, but
Mhm.
a lot of people don't know that the wild carrots that originally grew, they're not orange. Orange is a fake.
They were
Is
purple, weren't they?
They're purple. They're white.
Yeah.
They're greenish. They're like tan. They're yeah, and those are different varieties.
Like,
but what they did is they kept crossbreeding these different varieties, and then they ended up getting this mutation orange, and then they just mass produced it.
Yes. It's same with like your heirloom tomatoes and that sort of thing. If you get the true heirlooms, you can get all your different colours and shapes and sizes.
Oh yeah, there's
Today's
so many,
ones,
and that's the other
generally
thing
just
that
get you
just
bright red.
absolutely baffles me. That's another thing that just absolutely baffles me. We have all these varieties of garlic and every kind of lettuce, every plant you can think of, but yet grocery stores still only select like maybe like the most I've seen out of a grocery store is like 4 different varieties of like one type of lettuce, and that's of like out of a really super selective organic, totally priding themselves on that stuff.
Yeah,
And
specialist kind of supermarket or grocery store. Yeah. And you generally will be paying
We're
through the
reading heavy
nose for
weather
it
warnings
too.
out there, Commander. Expect limited visibility and sensor malfunctions on this mission.
I'll just use the backups. Come on. Alright, let's see. I have... Here's the new one. Let's see if I can get the other... He's missing one laser, but whatever. And then we'll switch you out. Wait, what's your tonnage? 50. Okay, so we'll switch you out with this hunchback. And
But you've got more mechs than you need, so you can switch them in and out. depending on
I
the
just
mission.
barely started acquiring more, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess let me go in here. Check your loadout. Let me see if I can. When is the deploy? 30 days, and it's 46. Alright, I'll just do it. Cutting it close, because I owe them, in a few days I'll owe them a bunch of money, like $400,000.
Oh, jeez.
So, well no, it's regularly like that, so I gotta figure out, okay, do I have to pay them beforehand or not?
Intel provided
Yeah.
by them can only give the general area.
Wow,
they're
this guy
located
moves
at.
pretty fast.
You'll have to recon the precise objectives on site. This area is
What was
heavily
that?
guarded, so watch out for hostile reinforcements.
Destroy all targets. Alright.
I'm detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
Add one more to my kill count.
Oops. My lasers aren't actually reaching.
Target urban mech.
Long range enough.
What?
Are they not long range enough?
Yeah, every gun has its own. Whoa, guys. Can you take some hits for me? I'm a light mech. Can't be tanking this.
Kill confirmed.
I like destroying these big ass
Target acquired.
cannons. Target acquired. Oh yeah, but see, I only have these lasers, so. And slapping.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target. If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Tango smoked.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
I'm gonna try and ignore these guys.
Okay.
Let my team kill them.
Target acquired.
I can't even imagine one of these cannons actually existing.
Taking heavy damage over here.
Pretty crazy if it ever did.
I mean, this would be like a planet killer.
Yeah. Well, you think of the size of the mech, and then it's bigger than the size of that mech.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that'd be like shooting a meteorite as a bullet, you know?
Yeah.
Target destroyed. All objectives destroyed. We are inbound on marked evac point. Get here as quickly as you can, Commander.
Although, I think that if you were able to, make and control a mech this big, you could probably build stuff with the mechs, because they have their own hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get you out of there, Commander. Stand by.
Target down.
If you ask me, I did that pretty quick.
That was a pretty good round, actually. I think it was quicker than the other ones.
Not too bad. I actually made some money out of all. There, see, now half of that money will go to paying them all.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if there's like a plug-in thing that lets you know how long you've been streaming for. Like a counter kind of thing that you could put up.
89 minutes. Tells me that when I'm watching you.
Oh, right. So for about an hour and a half.
It should show you on OBS.
I've never figured out where it shows that.
Hold on, give me a second. Let me see if I can see.
Oh, hour and a half. Yeah, never mind. It's very, very bottom, I see. And I've dropped 4.2 frames. For whatever reason. I usually don't.
I was gonna say can't say I've noticed it. Any sort of strange issues with it.
I want to get something to eat, is my thing. What? No.
We're gonna be online a fair bit tomorrow doing stuff, so
Well, yeah, we're supposed to be, we plans.
working. Yeah, that's what I mean. We'll be on
Oh.
tomorrow. So knows that I've got a on the computer tomorrow. So and her dad's home, so she'll be hanging out with him.
Cool.
So yeah. Hopefully I can get a good night's sleep tonight and my brain will be kicked in and working tomorrow. That's what we want.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired after today though, so hopefully.
call it for today?
Whenever you're ready. I'm happy to keep going for a little bit longer if you want to do another mission.
Okay. Well.
Heads up, Commander. Weather conditions in the area will restrict visibility.
Yeah, works for me. I just gotta get in there real quick and assassinate a guy and then get out of there.
Sounds good to me.
Well, it might be more than one target that I have to assassinate, but
Wait and see.
do my run and gun build. Yeah, because I'm hungry again. I've been eating a lot. I've been trying. I tried out those new patches.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Well,
How'd
new
they
to
go?
me.
This one is a
They're
real
for
piece of work.
metabolism because I
It's a
thought,
wounded
well, you
soul
know.
and some dead. They were
Oh yeah, they
spotted
work
at
good.
the
I mean, I'm
locations marked on your map.
I've eaten like
Once
4
the job
meals
is done,
today, and I'm
head
just
to
I
the eagle
can't
point before
stay
those sheltering the target get wind of what we're up to here.
sated. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so your body's really burning up what you're feeding it. Burning
Yeah.
Through, yeah.
Looks like we got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's
Okay,
hope
then
we
I'm
have better luck
ignoring-
at the other locations.
ignoring the bad guys there then. Sometimes I just like to burn the trees.
Pyromania.
Looks like we're at the wrong place, Commander. Our target must have given us the slip. Let's check out the other
You
locations.
just want to watch the world burn, really, don't you?
Parts of it.
But even in certain places, you know.
Target sent to hell.
Just waiting for the rest of my team to show up.
Okay. Taking their sweet time. Checking out the scenery as they go, you know.
Well, they're just slower than this mech.
Yeah.
Kill confirmed.
Yeah, they have a hard
Once
time
you've
keeping
found
up.
the target is
I don't.
offset, move
I haven't
on to
had
it,
one that
and
moves
we'll
this
begin the
fast, so
recovery procedure.
I'm still getting used to it.
I have a visual on the target. Take them out.
Well, other than a locust, I guess.
New target. Hunchback.
He's gonna have a lot of lasers then. Let's get rid of that tree.
Boom! Dead.
If I can start melting the head, it'll... We got rid of one of the lasers.
Nice.
Ah, it's gonna blow up.
Nicely done. That bounty is ours. Bard will break open a case of Timbicky Dark when you get back to the ship safely.
No, no, no. No, no, no. I thought I might be able to just get around it easy, but nope.
I'm taking heavy damage. Requesting support.
You know, one thing I think about, like, space travel and all that stuff is, like, we're out here trying to, like, throw ourselves way out there to try and communicate with other life that could be out there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking over here, like, okay, that's kind of stupid.
Why is that?
Well, once something knows that you're out there, what's stopping them from trying to push their own agenda on us? What about
That's true.
after you've already gotten together with this new species? What if they're trying to breed with our species? What is that going to do? Now you're going to have this whole gender fluidity with alien life? No. Oh, what a just...
Yeah,
just
that would be a whole other kettle of fish. That's
yeah, but like, and that forever would change, and we can't even handle populating more than one
you
planet
can't go
to
back
begin.
from that. You can't go back from something like that. You can't fix or repair something like that. Once it's done, it's done.
Yeah. And like they joke around with it and stuff on TV shows and stuff now, but if that ever came to be something even somewhat realistic, that's just like no.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Not to mention, take the war aspect of it all, okay? What if it's like a really hostile thing and it's like, oh, human beings, that's a good food source. Look at that. Look how many of them there exist. There's a whole
See,
planet.
that's the thing. No, who's to say it's going to be a positive thing? Who's to say it's going to be a peaceful thing? It, like you say, it could be extremely hostile. It could be to the detriment of the entire planet. It could wipe out everything entirely, for all we know, in one foul swoop. Just because we were curious and needed to know.
Right. Well, no, we don't need to know.
there's people out there that like have that urge to know. They won't.
Well, that's fine and
their
dandy, but
purpose, they
my
know.
whole thing is like, okay, we live on one planet right now, right? Think for a second if we did end up coming in contact with another alien species, and they're more advanced than us, okay? Oh, well, see, we would think, oh, that's amazing, that's awesome, that means we'd have all this new technology to learn from them, all this stuff. Yeah. But they could take one planet that they have and go to war. And oh, they lost one planet. Let's say they have 25 that they live on. We have one. So 1 to 1 planet ratio done. And let's say that they decided to invade with 2 planets that are, it wouldn't matter if they were smaller or whatever, because there's 2 of them.
One.
We don't even inhabit most of the area on our one planet, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm just saying, like, there's so much that can happen as far as that would be pitted against us. I think we should be more focused on, like, really heavily focused on populating the planets that we can, or even making artificial planets. Like, think of the, you know, they're constantly saying all the time, oh, we can't, you know, the planet that exists there, it's inhabitable. Okay. Well, what kind of gas does it have on the planet mainly? Okay, can we put can we take a spaceship out there and a vacuum and just basically start atmosphere pumping, you know, just start sucking a bunch of that atmosphere off that planet, and then manufacture it, you know, into something safe and manageable that wouldn't be, you know, I'm not saying bring it back to this planet, but let's say, for instance, you went over to Jupiter and it's got like a whole bunch of gas on it, or Neptune, or, you know, because there's a bunch of water on Neptune that's frozen, that's clearly never going to warm up, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if you went out there and you chiseled up a bunch of that ice and you transported it over onto Mars? You don't have to worry about it contaminating our planet because it's too far away. And, you know, you're mixing one planet with another that way. And then what happens if it becomes hospitable after that? Oh, great! Now we have all this extra space and stuff. But see, the whole thing comes back down to all over again is, like, let's say we forested the entire planet of Mars, okay? It's got a whole cloud structure, everything, there's tornadoes, whatnot, you know? So there's like lakes and everything else. What if it actually became a whole entire terraformed area that had all of that stuff for it, you know? There'd be such a dense amount of that stuff that all you'd have to do, then you could take long, like super long pipes, right, or something, and you could figure out a way to pump that oxygen from there over to this planet, and then all the excess carbon from that's constantly coming out of our stuff over to there, so that it promotes the growth faster for that other planet.
Yeah.
See, and then now you have something more that you can keep building from, and it just, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, one planet's great, but 2 planets There's way bigger possibilities. You know, now you're able to provide way more homes. You could have people doing way more things. Or, here's another one. What about harvesting metal out of some of these other planets? Wouldn't even have to be something expensive. All right? What if you just harvested a whole bunch of this metal out of these planets and combined it all together to make a metal planet? Hollow center. You could make your own atmosphere, everything inside of it, right? You could have your own vegetation. You could do all of that stuff. Then you'd have your own. You could have your own fusion. You know, a huge fusion reactor planet if you wanted. Because let's face it, the sun is basically the same thing as a gigantic fusion source. We just don't tap into it, and a lot of the, you know, because naturally it would upset a lot of things. But what if we manufactured our own planet that was just, you know, take all the nuclear weapons, nuclear material, get it the fuck off this planet, and put it into something where it's a gigantic planet that's nothing but electricity. You have so much of electricity that could be sent over. See, we have already figured it out too. If you take a coil, so you could do like Saturn's rings, okay, around this manufactured planet, and have it be this magnetic force where it's just sending out electricity through radio waves. Okay, then you just have the receiver, like an antenna, that's just sitting up in our upper atmosphere, that would collect this lightning off of this other planet, this man-made planet. And guess what? You have now provided power for the entire planet. This whole planet now would no longer need fossil fuel whatsoever. It would be one planet would be powering the other, and it would be such an astronomical amount that you wouldn't even have to charge people for it. You wouldn't have to charge them, because power would be so abundant in so many ways. And you can't tell me that in its own wouldn't cause a massive technological boom in every which way that people could ever possibly think of, creative wise.
Yeah.
Because you could tinker with anything and everything and just have, you know, joules of power going towards these new projects. You wouldn't have to micromanage down like little tiny watts of stuff, and, you know, you'd just be able to be like, oh, I just need to have a lightning storm for this month. You know, then I could see it being, you know, something more expensive. But micro amounts of power, you know, one bolt of lightning is like peanuts for people. So where here's the welfare system. Yeah, it powers my car and everything else. Just society just works. Not only that, but like micro amounts of electricity to power your food sources. That's a whole nother thing, okay? If you had this fusion core planet, think of another planet that's inhospitable. What if you put a whole bunch of lights around it? You know, turn it to a gigantic Las Vegas. It would warm up that surface. It would be growing plants. You know? It's artificial light makes it hospitable again. But see, and for whatever reason, this stuff to me seems just total, duh. Why aren't you doing it? But to everybody else, it's like, I've never thought about that before. Never thought about that before.
I guess it's things that most people don't consider. Like, they're not just.
But how do you
things
not?
that-
That's the thing. That's what kind of frustrates me is how do you not? How do you if that's something that you're doing right now on this planet? why wouldn't you tailor make that same experience over on a different planet? They constantly say, "Oh, we can't because the atmosphere." We're not out here to look for the perfect planet to just inhabit. I mean, yes, each planet has different gravity. Well, I hate to tell you this, but do you know how many asteroids come together randomly to make a planet? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what if you chiseled some of that planet down until it was the right gravity to be hospitable? Oh, no, that's too much to think about.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are just... But the sun's gonna blow up at any day now, or it could be 1,000,000 years. Okay, so what do we know about the sun? Okay, what would it take to make an artificial sun?
Yeah.
Because it's not like planets are super complicated. They're just massive. So it makes them complex because they're massive. Anyway, sorry, that's my rant.
That's alright. I like the way that you just think about solutions to problems that people don't tend to come up with.
Heavy weather warning is in effect.
But see,
Commander.
that's why,
Your
like, I'm not
visibility
kidding you.
will be compromised out there.
If I had the money to get the materials and actually, you know, pay a team to go and make this stuff like legitimate,
Yeah.
I would. I would dedicate time into that and actually try it out. Because think about all the plants and stuff that are on this planet that cure diseases of all sorts. Just imagine what would be cultivated on a different planet.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're gonna limit ourselves. Why? Because control. Well, why do you have the need to control all these people? I mean, I understand for like malicious, violent things, but I need to check that. Okay, so I can have up to 200, so I can switch this guy out. Oh, that's too much. Trebuchet. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Hostiles are moving against remote habitations in system. We are the closest forces able to provide assistance to them, so let's make this count.
Oh, I have to try and
We're at
protect them?
target location, and not a moment too soon.
Oh, thank God. It's the mercenary crew we hired. We were worried you wouldn't make it in time. I take it you've read the briefing, so I won't repeat it here. Just shoot anything that comes at us.
Hostile forces just crossed the perimeter, Commander. They're heading your way.
Contact. Enemy.
Target acquired.
Tangos appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
Add one more to my kill count.
I don't know. I'll bring up stuff like this to Asshole, and he'll be like, "Well, you can't just do that. It's because it's a different density." And I'm like,
If you find the acquisition,
okay.
just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
"So what?" Just because we breathe air doesn't mean that,
Boom. Deads.
you know,
That's close enough.
a
Ready
fire
for
has to or
pickup
something.
operation.
You know, a fire burns on more than just air. It doesn't have to just be burning on air.
Enemy forces closing in.
Target down. All units, hostile mechs inbound.
I mean, he's a smart guy. I just like, but it kind of makes me wonder sometimes.
To the treasure to pick
I'm just
it up.
using him as an example.
Yeah, of course.
Enemy forces have flattened the storehouse.
Brilliant. Payload acquired. This location wasn't built to withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
New target, Javelin.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this because they're really wrecking this thing pretty fast. What the fuck, dude?
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up. Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now. Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
Target acquired.
Target sent to hell.
to draw them away from this area, now.
Hostile mech down.
Target acquired.
Progress is compromised.
Target destroyed.
There, finally, jeez. Alright, one more. Where are you? There you are. I have no guns. All I have is my fists left. Well, I mean, I do have my that shot, but I have to lock on for that. What I mean is, like, I can't. I have to, like.
Yep.
And now I'm too close to use them.
Are you serious?
It's okay, I'll just punch him to death. Come here. Come here. I'll punch your ass. Get over here. Get back
An
here.
old school fist fight it is. Be a man.
Stop running away, pussy. The other ones just shot him to death. I couldn't even catch him.
Commander. Well done.
I didn't get much pay out of this, I'm sure.
Got something to leave.
I don't know. On my little rant there, though, I mean, I just don't. It's one thing to talk about the stuff in theory and, you know, to death with it, but it's another thing if people just tried. I mean, I think that's why I like Elon Musk's approach on a lot with the space stuff, even though he's got so many failures that's been happening left and right. But the fact that he's willing to try to like make internet more affordable, you know, because of all the extra satellites that he put into orbit, you know, that's, to me, is just insane.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with him either, and I need to fly out of this area because I don't think there's anything left yet for that part of the system. I mean, I could do these, but I gotta fix my stuff.
I'm starting to get a bit tired, so might be nearly time for me to call it.
No. Why would you ever want to do that?
Dunno.
Just curious how much. What? I was expecting it to be a lot more expensive than that. Alright, sure. What about this one? $650? Alright, we'll do that one too then. Andy, I got quite a bit of army here.
Seems that you do.
Alright, fine. I'll quit streaming. You're gonna be mean to me.
I am so mean. Just so mean.
Alright.